Okay, let's see if we can get this thing on the road. It's nice that it was showing me that the volume was low. And now hopefully the volume isn't too high. Hi, it's Steve, and I'm here. And I'm breathing, and breathing is a good thing. And I pulled the cards this morning, and now it's already afternoon, but when one shares their home as their recording studio with two co-housing units, one can't always make the recording at a convenient time for others, so one has to encourage others to go on vacation, which they did. They took taken a 1-day vacation, then the other one's taken 4 or 5-day vacation, sort of working vacation, and then off to go to some more work, which is the thing she likes to do, which is choreograph dancers, pieces for dancers, which unfortunately this time I think is going to have to be in Italy on an organic farm where they feed dancers. It sounds like a pretty good gig. Okay, so in order to maintain some efficiency, because I've got some wedge potatoes in the oven, so I got them set for 25 minutes, but that was 5 minutes ago, so I got about 20 minutes, so let's just really jump right in. So first of all, state these things out loud. I'll say them, then you say them, or don't, or just click off and say, I'm not saying anything. My Apple computer is recording everything I say. This is probably true, but what are you saying anyway? And it's got to be a private conversation. You ought to be in a bunker, which I'm sure some people are. At least that's what the internet says. Okay, off track, on track. Okay, that's how easy it is. Off track, on track. All right, just state it out loud, set the intention. Okay, so I'm going to say some words. You say them after me if you feel like it. So, I connect to my deep self. Always gets me yawning. The deep self is just so peaceful. It just kind of knocks you out. You can't be running on your fight or flight. You just go, I connect to my deep self, and you go, that's a whole nother tonality, which we'll get to later. If we do a Mayan card reading, it'll be about tonality. So, I connect to my deep self. I connect to my higher self. Ground myself to the healing center of the earth. Open myself to the healing power of the One. I stare at myself in the googly eyes and say, you're getting very sleepy, boy. Okay? And I let go of anything not useful to me now. And now scratch your head. And if you didn't scratch your head, you'll know this is not a hypnotic induction. If it was a hypnotic induction, you just scratched your head too. If you yawn, that's different, because when you watch someone yawn, you kind of automatically have to walk, but you yawn. But if you see someone scratch their head, you don't have to automatically scratch your head. It only counts in yawning and, I don't know, something else. Okay, so I choose to work with the hot doors. Everything's making me yawn today. Okay, we're going to get a move on. So we're just going to go one at a time this time. So we're starting off with the wands. And so the very first thing we got, and we've been getting this a lot. So the Prince of Wands, I could almost say it without reading it, but I'll probably read it anyway. But it's the mastery of inspired creativity. It's like figuring it out that you got to figure it out. Brilliant, right? And, you know, the prince has the steering wheel or the reins because he's being pulled by a lion. How fun would that be? Yeah. Seems like there's a lot of fiery energy there. Spikes, a lot of spikes. Okay, so it's a mastery of unlimited creative expression that is totally inspired from deep within. I connect to the deep self. It inspires me. Helps tap me into my inspirational thinking, opening up to new ways of being. And that's enough for that one. Then we're going to go directly to the Hierophant. And there may be lots of things that I say about the Hierophant, but there's a Hierophant, and you'll see birds and humans, and I think there's, you know, Taurus the bull, and other things in there. Lotus blossoms, 5 lotus blossoms around his head. There's the little star child right there in the chest. And this used to be before pre-Christian times, this was Isis and Osiris. Isis is the male figure, Osiris is the female figure. Little Horus, little baby Horus is the little star child, just like you, little star child. Your parents might not have recognized it because they may not have known they were gods and goddesses, so they didn't know that they had a child who was also a god or goddess. But you can figure it out for yourself. That's what you're here for. And yeah, the Hierophant. And I like, you know, it talks about pre-Christian where it involves a male, and involves a female, and involves an offspring. Whereas kind of in one aspect of the Christian thing, it's like Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You know, maybe the Holy Ghost is, you know, female. Maybe it's the Holy Witch or something. We didn't even know that, like, witchcraft was a part of Christianity, which I have a feeling it is. But I don't want to get started or get kind of kicked off another social media site. There you go. Okay, so Hierophant represents the universal principle of learning and teaching that is experienced within our families and in the life challenges that require us to trust our faith. Let's see, Isis, Osiris, and then we get on to some other aspects. So the Hierophant also represents the initiator. This symbol reflects current tests or challenges that we might face in order to grow and develop further as human beings. Say, like in the last 10 months of a 7-year cycle of spiritual cleansing. Some of us might be finding that a bit challenging. Maybe you, definitely me. Makes my shoulders go up when I think about it. Every initiation expands our awareness. The 5-petaled lotus blossoms behind the Hierophant's head and demands that we renew and regenerate ourselves, which is the snake coiled around the lotus blossoms. And the 9 sacred thorns remind us of events, people, tests, and opportunities that have not only initiated us, but have required that we change our beliefs, our identities, lifestyles, in order to become even more of who we are. Okay, the four creatures in the four corners of the symbol represent the four gifts that we can apply with any initiation, family system, or organization. Taurus, the bull, reminds us to implement and take action on our ideas and bring them into form. Leo, the lion, is a symbol of expansive and unlimited creativity that waits to be utilized. And if you remember, and this is coming from the earth offered us the Hierophant, but remember the universe offered us the Prince of Wands, who's being pulled by a lion. And wands are creativity. And then there's Aquarius, which is the human face, is humankind's desire to be original, futuristic, and pioneering. And this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We're in it. Here it is. How do you like it so far? And then Scorpio, the eagle or phoenix head, represents loyalty and commitment towards anyone or anything that has heart and meaning for us. So we really, focus on our commitment and passion towards anyone or anything that has heart and meaning for us. Okay. All right. Oh, the Hierophant holds the staff of commitment, which reminds us that any commitment requires that our mind, heart, and action all share the same intention and focus. That has come up any number of times, and I say yes. Okay? So we had, from the higher realm, we had the Prince of Swords, and then coming in from left field is the Princess of Swords. Let's see what, and there's the potatoes. Well, they might have to cook a little longer. Actually, I'm just gonna, I can't stop this. What to do. I'll be back. Fogged my glasses. Okay, so the Princess of Swords is like what we've been working with. And so here she is. The mastery of practical thinking. So remember, Wands is creativity. Swords is how do we bring that creativity into a practical expression. So the Princess of Swords is the mastery of practical thinking. The idea to apply ideas in tangible and productive ways. The Princess of Swords is the mood fighter, who is determined with her sword, clarity of mind, to fight any moods, dust storms, within herself. She actively prevents herself from getting engulfed in the moods or of those around her. She's determined to apply her practical ideas in productive, useful ways. Okay, and then for currently what we're working with is the Knight of Swords. So we've got the Prince of Wands, the Princess of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords has to do with the mastery of passionate thinking and intentionality, like setting our intentions and then moving towards it. And the Knight of Swords, I didn't show it to you. I don't know if I showed you the Princess either. I'll show them to you both at the same time. There on one side is the Princess, there on the other side is the Knight. And that's all the time you get with them, because I got potatoes to put in the oven. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is a visual portraiture of a knight in the air flying over water. In alchemy, the element of air is associated with the mind and water is associated with emotionality. Combining the elements of water and air metaphorically is a symbol for passionate thinking. Here we have a picture of the focused, intentional, determined mind. And well, what's that going to lead us to? Well, that's going to lead us to the Princess of Wands. Kind of a fiery little picture. Looks like somebody's going down a slide. Maybe is that the one holding on to a tiger tail? Okay, we're going to find out. So the Princess of Wands is mastery of spontaneous expression and liberation. So this is the month of liberation. It goes through the 29th of May, which is, I think, next Wednesday. It's the last day of the month of liberation. After that, you should be liberated. So the Princess of Wands is mastery of internal blocks, obstructions. She has the tiger by the tail. The tiger in some Oriental mythologies is associated with fear or blocks experienced within the nature. Princess of Wands is a symbol of the free and liberated spirit that is within each individual. She moves in new directions without fear, new directions that are energizing, like her sun wand. She wears the Aries crown as a symbol of the pioneering and adventurous spirit that each of us possesses. Rah, rah, rah. This is from the universe. This is giving us some images, some signs and symbols about what we're going to need to be ready to do right now. So get ready, because things are hopping right now. My work in the world is energetic healing. I work with individuals, so I get on the phone with them. I help them work through some energetic things they're releasing. And then I work with the world field, which I've been working with since the end of January of 2020. It's a big world field, totally protecting those in the world who are working with a lot of stuff. That would be me and maybe you. 4 years, over 4 years of doing this. I've done pretty well. It's been fairly intense at times. Now, maybe a little bit more than other times. But if we don't laugh, if we don't, then we have to cry. Because if we're going to do like one or the other, I choose laughing. Yes, it feels difficult. Yes, I feel like every night in the dream world is like bam, 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 bam. And so, you might be a young person, you might be an old person, but whether you're a young or an old person, it's better to think like a young person, like, we can do this, what the heck? Let's go team. And there is, I spell team, T-I-A-M, so there can be an I in team, because I always thought there is an I in team. There's a whole bunch of I's in a team, and I'm one of them, and we're a team, and we're part of the one, so we're helping each other. So hopefully this will be useful to you. And hopefully the potatoes will still cook well, even though I took them out of the oven. Now I'm going to put them back in. That's it for now. Remember, connect to your deep self, experience the deep peace, connect to your higher self, experience your creativity, ground yourself to the healing center of the earth, so you really ground in these great new ideas that you're implementing in your life. And open yourself to healing power of the one, because the creativity comes from the consciousness, the world consciousness that needs these new creations so we can kind of steer this ship called planet Earth in possibly some more creative, functional directions. Okay, that's it. Now let's go.